Hi everyone, this is Srinivas from Ameerpet Technologies. So in this video, I'm going to explain about transaction management concept in ADO.NET. See, first of all, so what is a transaction and where we are using? Transaction means what? Executing more than one query. Just query 1, query 2, query 3. If all the three queries executing properly, then only we can save. So nothing but we can commit all the queries at a time. If not, suppose if any query failed, so then we will roll back to the top. So nothing but we should not, we should not save any query. So nothing but we will not commit. Either either all the three statements should be executed or none of the statements should be executed. One simple example to understand more clearly transaction management. Transfer transfer amount from one account to another account. So normally, if you want to transfer the amount from one account to another account, how we write the code? So first of all, we ask enter the source account from which you need to transfer. Enter source account number and how much amount you want to transfer into which account, the destination account number. So first of all, we need to check if the source account is present or not. If source account is present, we go inside, else directly we are giving the message. Directly, source account is missing. If source account is not there, how you will transfer? Okay. If source account is there, then get the balance. Collect balance, source account balance, we are collecting. Get source account balance. For that, we are writing the code. Just wait. So how much amount you want to transfer? Suppose if that source account balance is greater than or equal to the amount, then okay. Then we can continue. Else here it is insufficient balance in source account to transfer. Like that, we will give the message. Okay. If the balance is there in a source account, then what we will do, we will update source account simply to say deduct amount from source account. Simply to say deduct amount from source account. Now here it is. Then we need to transfer that amount to the destination account. Nothing but source account balance. Source balance is equal to source balance plus amount. I mean minus amount. Deduct. Now we need to update destination account. Nothing but add amount to destination account. Is nothing but destination balance is equal to destination balance plus how much amount you want to transfer. If all the things going perfectly, then simply we can say that commit transaction saved. No, in case any problem. Suppose if destination account is missing, then exception will come. Or insufficient funds anywhere, just simply we can say that transaction rollback. Suppose if it is there, happy. If it is successful, happy. Else just simply we will roll back. How can we write this complete code? Let me explain. Here, this is the code. The connection string to establish the connection with the SQL server. So all the three things we need to pass. One is the data source. Next one is a database. And look at this multiple active result set, because number of times we are using method to create the SQL command. Already we have discussed in withdraw. So first of all, we need to establish the connection by passing the connection string as an input. Here we are calling the parameterized constructor. We are using method because I just want to skip the finally block. I don't want to release the resource after use. So the using method automatically dispose the things that we know already, right? That is using. The next one is once connection opened successfully, then we need to start the transaction, begin the transaction. But inside this transaction, in case any exception you will get, any exception, just simply the transaction we roll back. The transaction object address is important. We just begin the transaction here. First of all, we are expecting from the user enter account number from which we transfer the amount. Is nothing but source account. Enter that source account. Next one is enter amount to transfer. How much amount you want to transfer. Next, enter account number to which transfer the amount. Is nothing but the destination account number. First, let me check how many accounts are there in the database. It's a account. 3 records are there with the balances 6575 and 8000. We are providing that properly. Now first what we are doing, select balance from the source account, SRC. Source account. This is the query we are executing. See, for SQL command, 3 things we are passing, transaction also. So it is simply saying that this query is belongs to this transaction. Is a query 1. This is the query we are passing. It is comes under the transaction. It's a connection object and is a transaction. We are adding the value. Then execute. Simply the balance. Directly I'm executing using the execute scalar. It will collect that value directly. Directly means what? Balance it will collect. That we are converting into decimal instead of using execute reader. Using execute scalar, directly we can collect that single value that we are storing into the variable called balance. Okay. Suppose if balance is greater than or equals to amount, if it is there, sufficient amount is there to transfer. Okay. Else directly see corresponding else block execute. Else block no funds in the source account. So we cannot continue simply. This is the else block execute. If the source account not containing the sufficient funds. Okay. Suppose if it is there, then we need to deduct the amount from the source account. We need to deduct the amount from the balance, deduct the amount. Update that query we are creating. This query also belongs to the same transaction. So we are adding the values. One is amount, how much amount you want to deduct, and the account number. Just execute non-query. This message you will get amount deducted from the source account, right? Because we already checked the balance is there and is a sufficient balance. So once it is completed, blindly we are writing that, right? Here it is update account set balance equal to balance plus amount. We are adding to the destination account balance. It is also belongs to the same transaction. Imagine if it is not there when you are executing the query. If exception comes, directly in exception we are writing the rollback. No. If no exception, suppose, right? If account is not there, When you are executing the query, it will not execute. If it is not successfully executed, count will be zero. Na? If count is zero, it will come to else block. Destination account is missing, so that we should roll back the entire transaction. Right? It will roll back. No, if count value is a 1, is nothing but destination account is also there. So amount transferred successfully. Once amount transferred successfully, then we commit. Then we commit. Just we are executing the code. We need to provide the values. Once again, I'm showing 101, 102, 103. Three accounts are there. Now I just want to transfer amount from 102. From 102 to 103, I am transferring the amount. Just 2000 rupees I am transferring to this one. Here it is 102. How much amount? 2000 rupees. Into which one is 103. Amount deducted from the source account successfully and amount transferred successfully. Now, if you execute this, look at this 7500 become 5500 because we transferred 2000 rupees into 103. So in 103, previous account is 8000. Now that has changed to 10,000 rupees. This is the simple way of executing. Transaction management is a very, very important concept. How can we transfer the amount from one account to another account, and how to use rollback method and commit method while performing the transaction. Hope you understood. Please practice. Thank you.